I'm Andrew Wasson. Thanks for tuning in to my weekly guitar blog. It's October 7th, 2012, and this week we're going to run through the rhythm section of my song that was featured in my October 5th YouTube lesson titled The Power of Simple Melody. Now, this was a popular piece with viewers, and I had a number of people both comment and email me requesting that I break the rhythm section down in this week's guitar blog, and that's what we're going to do this week right here. So, let's get things started. Well, all in all, this piece has 5 sections to it. We're going to start at the first section, which is essentially the intro to the tune. It's kind of a dreamy arpeggio idea with open strings. It starts in 5th position. We go across from an E on the 7th fret of the 5th string, then to the 5th fret position marker with our index finger here on the 4th string. We have those notes coming out. It's kind of creating an E minor sound, and then we head up to a 9th fret F sharp tone and add in an open G 3rd string. So that one, when it comes in, it's kind of an incomplete chord. It's almost like just an interval of a flat 9. So then we head over to the 3rd fret C note found on the 5th string 3rd fret, and then we're just going to go across a C major chord there. And then we're going to head up a whole step and take us into a D and an F sharp, just a little D major interval. So that's the first half. Then we're going to head to the second half, which is almost the same. It starts the same. But instead of going to that open 3rd string for a G note, we're going to hit open 4th string D. It's going to give us an interval of augmented. Then we're going to head back to the C, but then we'll resolve the phrase on an A power chord. So that second half will sound like this. All right, and the whole thing will come together and sound like this. All right, so that's the first part. Now, the second part is going to go to a straight 8th rock idea. We're just using power chords. We're going to go from the 5th string 7th fret E power chord, head to a C power chord at 3rd position on the same string. Then we're going to shoot over to the 4th string root. We're going to have a 5th position G power chord, and then shoot back to the 5th string and have another 5th position D power chord. We're going to start it again, do the same movement of E down to the C. This time around we're going to head to the 6th string. We'll have our G chord come in on that 3rd position 6th string root G power chord, moving up to an A power chord. So it's as simple as that. It's just a straight 8th note rock feel, and altogether it's going to sound like this. All right. Now, what happens is after that part, we're just going to go back to the part from the intro and use it sort of as a bridge. So that part will come back in again. And then we'll head over to a brand new part. It's like a breakdown idea. So this is sort of like the 3rd section of the tune. We're going to start on an F major 6 chord. And it's another arpeggiated chord concept. So what we're doing is we're setting up a 6th string 1st fret F. We'll have its octave at the 3rd fret of the 4th string, add in an A on the 2nd fret of 3rd string with middle finger, and then the small finger will be up there on top on a D note, 2nd string 3rd fret. We're just going to arpeggiate that chord, and then head over to an A minor 7 chord. So that's just incorporating open 5th string A, an E note on the 2nd fret of 4th string, an open G 3rd string, and then a C note on the 1st fret of 2nd string. Then we're going to head over to a G. In this case, however, we're going to be using the G root note on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and then we'll have open 4th D, open 3rd G, and open 2nd B on top. And then it's going to head back to the A minor 7. So just to recap those 4 bars, they're going to go like this. Then we're going to head back to that F, but it's going to be slightly different this time. We're going to put our thumb in the bass, capture that low F note on 1st fret 6th string, use our ring finger to take the F octave on 3rd fret of the 4th string. We'll still be utilizing the A note on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, but however, we're going to incorporate an open B note on that 2nd string. And then what we'll slowly do is we'll climb up. That's why we're using our thumb in the bass, is we're going to climb up on the second string, adding in a C next with index finger. Then finally the small finger will be used to add in a D on the 3rd fret of second string. And it's going to all together come together like this. Then from there, we're going to head to a power chord E, open string power chord for 1 measure. Then we're going to head over to E again, up at the 7th fret on the 5th string root. So that whole section is going to sound like this, starting from the beginning of that breakdown. Okay, so now the idea at this point is we're going to play a guitar lick out of E Phrygian mode. The guitar lick's going to sound like this. So let's just run through that slowly. We're going to do a hammer-on pull-off slide in the beginning on the 3rd string, going from E to F down to D. We'll head back to the 9th fret 3rd string E note. Then we'll begin a sequence run, heading to 10th fret 4th string, over to 7th fret 3rd, back to the 9th fret of the 4th string, 10th fret, 7th fret. Then we're going to finish it off starting with a pull-off idea on 4th string on the last measure. And then we'll head to 10, 8, 7, 5th fret, all on 5th string there, back to that 8, and then ending on the E, the 7th fret. So once again. Okay. Now at that point it's going to drift back over to that 8th note rock feel, so that's just the same part coming back once again. However, at the end, on the 7th and 8th measures of that particular section, we're going to drop down into a C chord. Then we're going to do a B, that's basically going to be an augmented interval. And then we're going to wrap up on an A flat 6/9 chord. Kind of an interesting chord to wrap up on. So let me play that entire final section. Here we go. Well, I hope you've enjoyed checking out the details of the different sections from the intro piece for my video lesson, The Power of Simple Melody. If you want to hear that song as well as several others I've composed, be sure to head over to my page on the SoundCloud website, where you'll find a number of other pieces that I've recorded and posted there. The link is in the description box below for you. And if you'd like to get a detailed tab chart for this piece, then be sure to head over to my website at andrewwasson.com, where you'll be able to download the chart as well as an MP3 jam track for this song. Anyway, once again, that's about all the time I have for today. As always, thanks for watching. Have yourself a great week, and I'll catch up with you next time. Bye for now.